Coyote. I think I may have written you about this before, but tonight I was remembering it all again, with a clarity and feeling I haven't had for some time. One time I was traveling out east and booked a campsite in Mi'kmaw territory in Nova Scotia. I was all alone there, on a high sloping hill overlooking the surrounding countryside. In the distance, I could see the ocean. The moon was almost full and shone brightly over fields around my site. I slept in a very small tent, a one-person deal with the classic prism shape. The night had grown cold, and I was ill-prepared for the chill that settled. As I was falling asleep, I suddenly heard what sounded like flutes being played. It was rich and warm like a wooden instrument. I also got the impression women were singing. I couldn't understand where this was coming from. Then gradually I felt as though I was being lifted up out of myself, as if I was going to go through the roof of the tent. Truth be told, it was a lovely feeling. I wasn't scared. I willingly gave myself over to it. Then out of nowhere, I heard what sounded like laughter. Immediately, the spell was broken and I returned to my cold tent. I realized it was probably a coyote making its coughing, barking noises. It sounded very much like laughter that eventually trailed away into the night. I was left cold and shivering, still trying to hold on to the music and voices, but also chuckling to myself about the rotten little coyote that had broken the spell. I like to think this experience has some deeper meaning. I researched the Mi'kmaw culture to see what they believed about coyotes. In some First Nations cultures, he was a trickster. But apparently, coyotes are latecomers to the Maritimes, so there wasn't much about him there. I couldn't help but see him as a trickster anyway that night, for breaking the spell and then laughing at me into the night. I don't really know what to make of it all, other than that something magical seemed to happen there, not far from Paqtnkek First Nation lands.